Hello guys, let's study about acute renal failure today. Basically, what is acute renal failure? Acute renal failure is the one in which kidney fails to maintain its normal function. Basically, the clinical feature which is seen here is azotemia. So, what is azotemia? Azotemia is nothing but increase in blood urea nitrogen and creatinine level. Just remember acute renal failure, A for azotemia, followed by BC, that is increased in blood urea nitrogen creatinine value. So normal value is 15 is to 1. What does this mean? There are three important causes: pre-renal, intrinsic and post-renal. So when you consider this as kidney and this as the blood vessel and this is obviously the ureter, so what happens if there is any problem here, that is there is decreased blood flow, it is called pre-renal. Any obstruction here, that is called post-renal, and any problem in kidney is nothing but intrinsic. Now first coming to pre-renal. In pre-renal azotemia, there is decrease in glomerular filtration rate which leads to azotemia. Obviously, if we consider this as the tubule and you consider this as the efferent arteriole and this is nothing but our glomerulus. So when we consider this is blood urea nitrogen and this is creatinine, what will happen in normal epithelial cell is creatinine is always lost in urine. It is never reabsorbed. Therefore, it is 1 here. But blood urea nitrogen is absorbed back into blood from where it enters our blood vessel. But what happened here? Here, since the amount of fluid entering is less, therefore there is decreased glomerular filtration rate which leads to azotemia. And now blood urea nitrogen is to creatinine ratio, it is no more 15 is to 1. It is greater than 15. Why? There is two cause for this. There are two mechanisms, we can remember anything. So first, when we are trying to learn, basically what happens is, this is nothing but the normal tubule. As I told, this is the glomerular and efferent arteriole. Since the amount of fluid in blood flow is less, there is activation of RAS. Because of activation of RAS, there is increase in aldosterone. This will lead to increased reabsorption of sodium. Along with sodium, there is increased reabsorption of water. Along with water, there is increased reabsorption of blood urea nitrogen. Therefore, more amount of blood urea nitrogen is absorbed and sent back to tubule. That is when rest of the time it is 15. Now it is more than 15. One cause is this. And one more thing we can remember, that blood urea nitrogen is the absorption is flow dependent. That is, when the blood flow is less, there is more absorption, and when the flow is more, there is less absorption. Basically, kidney is relaxed since there is less flow of blood, so it does more work by absorbing more blood urea nitrogen. This is one method, and one more method you can just remember by activation of RAS. Since the blood flow is less, therefore there is increase in blood urea nitrogen level. As I told, there is increased in this ratio. This is nothing but fraction exchange of sodium, which is less than 1%, and urine sodium is less than 20. Since the tubular function is normal, okay, therefore there is decreased excretion of sodium, means this is normal functioning. This is the gross value, this is this ratio, only that is the difference between these two. Therefore this is less than 1%. And when I consider urine osmolality, we know that this is nothing but the concentration, how concentration the urine is, and it is nothing but depending on the function of tubular epithelium. We know that tubular epithelium is normal here, only the problem is there is decreased volume. Therefore even urine osmolality is normal, is actually normal or more than 500, which is pretty much okay. And main thing, what is the cause for this? You can just remember the cause as 3D. 3D is nothing but diuresis, diarrhea and dehydration. That is, all these 3Ds are associated with hypovolemia, in which there is decreased flow of blood to kidney. Next, coming to Intrinsic factor. So when we are studying about intrinsic factor, it is very important among all three. Intrinsic renal azotemia, there is decrease in glomerular filtration rate which will cause azotemia, and one of the important clinical feature is formation of muddy cast or brown granular cast, and increase in K plus which is leading to anionic gap acidosis. So let us try to understand. When I tell intrinsic renal azotemia, as I told you, there is problem in the tubule. Again, since there is problem in the tubule, there is no reabsorption of blood urea nitrogen. Therefore, everything is excreted. Hence, the value is less than 15. Even sodium is lost from the body, and osmolality is less than 350 because there is no reabsorption or the concentration is very less, hence the osmolality is less than 350. This mainly indicates that since this indicates that the tubule is damaged, and the main cause can be ischemia or nephrotoxicity. We can easily remember that in pre-renal we have studied that blood flow has decreased. So because of decrease in blood flow there can be ischemia. So this is always important to remember that ischemia is mainly caused because of pre-renal. It is one of the high yield point. And after that, obviously this tubular epithelium, these tubular cells, they are dead and they form a muddy cast here. This brown muddy cast, it can be seen in urine. That and there is increase in K plus and metabolic acidosis because there is because the epithelial are damaged, there is decreased excretion of acid and potassium, hence it is followed by hyperkalemia and metabolic acidosis. Then when I consider post renal, in post renal the main feature is again there is decreased glomerular filtration rate which is leading to azotemia. This is very important and confusing amongst all, because in this, just try to understand important point here. In this, in the initial state blood urea nitrogen level it is greater than 15, later it is less than 15, and even sodium level first it is either normal or in mild case only 1% is excreted, later on 2% is excreted. Now why is this happening? I told you in kidney it is mainly because of obstruction here. So when you consider this as your tubule, these are normal epithelium. Now there is obstruction here because of which there is increased back pressure. Because of increased back pressure, initially all the blood urea nitrogen is reabsorbed, hence the value is greater than 15. But later this will get damaged and there is necrosis, hence it is less than 15. Same way, hence first it is 1%, but later because of necrosis or damage of epithelium, everything is lost, all the sodium is lost. Hence the value is more than 40 or greater than 2%. That's it. And you have to remember main cause for this can be BPH or obstruction. This is very high yielding and very important to remember that initially it is more than 15 followed by less than 15. That's it. Thank you.